Alright, today the ninjas have done a strike on some quality of life improvements to the farming skill. Before we get into that, quick announcement. Since the release of the roadmap check-in, there was a post about game health updates, balancing some of the drop tables while nerfing some of the drop tables for various bosses. Based on player feedback, they can confirm that these changes will not be released on May 12th, but the augmented rune crafting and thieving update will remain. These are important changes that they need to get right, but they do want it to feel fair and understandable. So this is what's going to happen from here. They're going to review the feedback points and adjust balancing based on the feedback they receive, present the adjusted proposal and include more detail on their thinking or intent, and listen to the feedback and decide on the next steps. So rest assured, at least for now, those nerfs that they talked about in the roadmap are not going live. That said, we can look at today's update with the farming strike. Existing grapevine seeds and grapevines have been renamed to godly grapevine seeds and godly grapevines respectively. Added a new low-level grapevine seed that can be obtained from various low to mid-level monsters to grow existing grapes. Reeds and godly grapevines are no longer more likely to get diseased when watered. When clearing grapevines or godly grapevines, the frame will no longer be removed. Players can now use compost on the hop patch that already has a frame in it. Fixed an issue with godly grapevines sometimes not rewarding the correct godly grapevine when using a specific type of compost. Added tooltips to the magic secateurs and the nature amulets. Adjusted how different farming boosting items interact with each other. This includes magic secateurs, the nature amulet, the ring of whispers, and the harvest potion. Previously, the ring of whispers had no effect on the farming output unless another boost was also equipped. Fixed a bug where players couldn't get multiple Ranar seeds from managing miscellanea. Players no longer require a farming reputation of 4,000 to unlock the ability to grow a 4th spirit tree. Farming 114 is the only requirement to do so now. Achieving a reputation of 4,000 now instead unlocks an increased chance of getting unchecked animals. The flower harvester unlock levels have been reduced to levels 35, 55, and 65 respectively. Players will now always harvest a minimum of 3 flowers. The Grandmaster tier of the flower harvester unlock has been removed. The everlasting essence unlock from the Garden of Carid has been replaced with a new unlock called Makes Sense. Makes Sense provides a 10% chance to make an extra incense stick when adding the herb. By default, incense sticks and prayer powders are no longer cleared upon death. Rebalance some XP. The Cave Nightshade XP has been reduced, but the harvest quantity has been increased. The Jade Vine XP has been increased. Made various improvements to the farming code. This is more of an internal thing, but Sponge is doing the Lord's work. Herb seeds, grimy herbs, clean herbs, unfinished potions, as well as herb farming patches have been recolored to be more consistent. It should be much easier from now to tell them apart. Generic names and examples of herb patches such as herbs, some herbs are growing in this patch, and fully grown herbs have been replaced by whatever players have planted in the respective patches. For example, Avanto. Avanto is growing in this patch and fully grown Avanto. Note that diseased herbs are still all using the same models but have their generic text replaced too. For example, instead of disease herbs and these herbs have become diseased, they will now mention the herb's name, i.e. dwarfweed diseased and some diseased dwarfweed. You can cure it by using a plant cure on it. The right-click guide option should now be available to all herb patches and will consistently open the farming skill guide with the herbs filter active. The right-click option clear is now consistently available whenever an herb is fully grown and removes the crops instead of harvesting them. Players now have a chance of 1 in 60 to receive Harmony Moss from the Trollheim farming patch if they're using a perfect Juju farming potion. Unfinished herb potions have been renamed from Herb Potion UNF to Herb Potion Unfinished. The tooltip for Juju farming potion has been amended and now mentions a varying chance to receive Harmony Moss when harvesting from regular farming patches. The chances are as follows: 1 in 40 from tree patches, 1 in 20 from fruit trees, 1 in 81 from allotments, 1 in 32 from hops, 1 in 24 from bushes, 1 in 3 from spirit tree, 1 in 90 from flowers, 1 in 5 from mushrooms, 1 in 24 from cactus, 1/5 from nightshade, 160 from herbs, and guaranteed from the elder tree. The examine option of seeds has been made more consistent and will now mention the farming level required to plant them. And lastly, some typos related to herbs and seeds have been fixed. And that is your farming strike. If you enjoyed the video so far, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you'd like to stay up to date with all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Finally, we're going to close out the video with the patch notes and see what's been changed with today's update, so let's check it out. Made some changes to Blood Velds. Blood Velds in the Heart of Gielinor now require Slayer 50 to attack. Smaller Blood Velds now have slightly reduced stats. Changed the Slayer XP for Blood Velds. Updated the drop tables for regular and mutated Blood Velds. They are now more likely to drop congealed blood. Updated the Crystal Chakrams so that they can be augmented, and the attack range of crystal bows has been increased from 7 to 9. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there, check them out if you wish to do so. If you missed last week's video, it'll be on screen now. Looking forward to seeing you there, and if not, I'll see you at the next RuneScape news coverage video. Till then, I'm out. Aloha.